Welcome everyone. Welcome to Real Estate Classes. Myself Shrikant. So this is episode 1. In the segment 1, this segment is about residential real estate. Before I start, let me introduce myself. I'm Shrikant. I'm a real estate expert. I have a company known as Lakshkoti Property Management Private Limited. So I have a lot of experience in real estate, and before doing this real estate, I used to teach in Triple IT and I used to teach in Central University of Andhra Pradesh. So I just want to share my real estate knowledge, because that teaching experience is not stopping me from further teaching. So I thought of teaching this in a real estate classes so that I can bring a lot of professionals into real estate, which is a gap. All right. So this real estate anybody can do. All right. So if you are in Delhi, yes, you can do in real estate in Delhi. If you are in Punjab, you can do real estate there. If you are in Chennai, you can do it. Right now I'm doing real estate in Hyderabad. So whatever the city may be, you can do real estate there. What you need is a little training, which I'll be providing. So I have this app which I launched. It's available in Play Store. You can download, and the name of that app is Dr. Realty. Once you download, you have multiple courses. So each segment has each course, and you can purchase that course and you can establish in that particular segment. All right. And in this episode 1, I'll be sharing you a deal which I closed in Hyderabad in a residential rental business. All right. So there is one 3 BHK in the society known as Ramki 1 Cosmos. Ramki 1 Cosmos. Alright. So through some reference, I got to know about this 3 BHK. So very soon I called the owner and he told me there is a tenant staying there. So just talk to him, and whenever he is available, you can take a client for visit. Alright. So I took the tenant's number and I spoke to him, and when he is free, I went there. I've discussed with him how is the flat and what are the plus and what are the minuses, and he was very cordial and he told me everything about the flat and how good the owner is. Alright. So I've taken photographs, I've taken the details and I've taken the photographs, and I've posted in this websites. So we have multiple websites: 99 acres, Magic Bricks, so housing.com. Alright. So I've listed in those websites. Alright. And leads started coming in. Okay. So one customer called me. So I've taken him for visit. He visited along with his a wife one day, and he liked the flat and he wanted to visit again the next day. So he came along with his mom and his uncle and his wife. So 4 people have come and they have seen the flat and they have liked it. Alright. So when they visited the first day, I couldn't realize that they are from particular religion. As a consultant, you should also aware that you should know their religion, because we don't have any aversion towards any religion, because we have clients from different religion and we have this human value of respecting each and every religion. But some owners do have this aversion to particular religions. All right. So I don't want to reveal that religion thing, but okay. So this particular person was saying that he is from particular religion. So after looking at him, I couldn't understand which religion he is. So I don't have anything regarding this religion. But he was telling me that when he spoke to many owners rejected him because of particular religion he is from. All right. So when we get a lead, we should know the details of the client thoroughly. Otherwise what happens is, here the owner, he didn't reject, because he is open for any religion. Alright. So usually what happens is, some people are not open for religion and we should respect whatever their feelings are. Alright. So everybody pays the rent at the end of the day, but I don't know what is there in their mind. So if we can try to convince them, what happens is they will avoid us. The owners, they will avoid us. Alright. At the end of the day, we need to close a deal. Right. With amicable relationship. Right. So we know these things are there, but we shouldn't lose that deal, right? At the end of the day, ultimate goal of ours is to close a deal in a good way. All right. So I've convinced, not convinced, I've informed that this particular person is from this religion, so the owner is open, so he said okay. And this tenant was so happy, and the next day he came and he has discussed with the existing tenant, and he paid the advance. Okay. So when he paid the advance, usually what happens is, as a consultant, you will be taking half of the brokerage which you have agreed with the tenant. Alright. Sometimes what happens is the tenants will give after the shift, after the rental agreement and keys are handed over. Okay. So regarding this, our fee, our rental fee, what happened is, so when this particular deal has come, what happens is the owners will have multiple contacts. So they give to us and they share with their friends circle. So they'll be getting calls from multiple people, and rental deals, they won't last for more than 2-3 days. So we need to close deal as soon as possible. And this particular person felt that the rent is too much. Alright. So the rent is very high. So what happened? He is not very much active, very much interested enough to take this. Alright. And the owner is getting calls from multiple people, and this particular person visited at the first. So usually what happens, owners give priority to the person who visited the first. So what happened, when this particular person visited, so the owner was calling me and telling me, so tell me anything, whether you are going to take or not. So then I started calling this particular person. So if you don't take this flat, the day when he saw the first day, right? So I've told him someone will going to take it, right? So, and the fee which I asked is 1 month rent. All right. And the rent is high, and 1 month rent. Some people, what happens is, some people give 50 days rent, some people give 1 month rent, and he is giving from his personal money, so he is not ready to give 1 month fee for us. So instead of losing that deal, what I told him is, I can, instead of the owner anyway won't reduce the rent, because there is huge demand because of this work from office. So what I've told him, if you make it late, this deal will be not in our hands. He will give it to someone else. So what I'll do is, instead of 1 month rent, I can come down to 15 days fee. So then he is so happy, and he called me and he wanted to visit again in the next day, and he visited and he sent the token amount. So that's sometimes what happens is, you may not get the full money, but you need to get the half money at least, otherwise you won't get anything. Alright. So you need to maximize your income generation, right? So I tried for 1 month fee, but I couldn't, because if we make a bit late, someone else will book it. If they book it, all our efforts of making him visit that particular place, we visiting, taking photos, and we post listing in websites, is not free of cost. It has our efforts, it has our time. So what I tell you is, right, so whichever is best way, go with that, otherwise you may lose. Alright. So so what happened, this deal got closed, and he after the owner, existing tenant vacated, so whitewashing and all done, so he came back to the flat, and he sent us the remaining amount. So this is how I closed one deal, right? So what are the various steps involved? First thing is identifying the flat, identifying the tenant, whether the requirements of the owner are matching with the tenant, whether the requirements of the tenant are matching with the flat. So we need to check, we need to explain everything, whatever things available in the society, where is swimming pool, where is FM office, where is grocery store, right? So how many lifts are there, whether service lift is there or not, alright? So where to pay this maintenance amount, okay? So as a consultant, we need to explain each and everything to the tenant, right? So how much fee they will take when they move in, what is the moving charges, right? And how much maintenance they need to pay every month, monthly or quarterly, right? And where do they get fruits or vegetables from? Is there any store available in the society? Alright, is there any play area? Where is the swimming pool? Where is the clubhouse? What are the facilities available in the clubhouse? Likewise, we need to explain, and we need to know. For that, what we need to do is, when the visit happens, like for example tomorrow a visit happens, we need to understand a day before we need to do some research in websites. Whatever the website you open, it will have some details of this particular project. So get to know about the details, so that you will remember whenever a question they pose, you can directly answer them. All right. So this is the deal which I closed. If I could have made it late, I would have lost this, right? So I hope my experience in this particular deal will help you in closing your deals effectively. And thank you for listening to this episode 1. So whenever I close deals, so I'll make it an episode so that it will act as a reference for for you to close deals. All right. So this expertise, let's keep it there in YouTube, which I wanted to do it. So I've launched this particular app in the App Store, or uh, Play Store, which you can download, and I'll be uploading in these things in the classes, and I'll be informing you about real estate classes once in a while in my channel. Thank you for listening. Bye bye. See you.